All right, would you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Jody, could you call the roll, please?
Dennis.
Here.
Harold.
Here.
Hollenbaugh.
Here.
Musgrave.
Here.
Odoricio.
Here.
Phipps. Here. Robinette.
Here.
All right, the minutes from our meeting on September 2nd were distributed for your perusal prior to this evening. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Correspondence. Do we have any correspondence this evening, Jody?
We do not.
Okay. Do we have anyone signed up for lobby visitation this evening?
We do. Doug Coverly.
Okay. If you could state your name and address for the record, please.
Doug Cubberly, 4 Parkwood Drive, Bowling Green, Ohio. I just wanted to take a few minutes of your time as co-chair of the Site and Logistics Committee for the Black Swamp Arts Festival and sort of do a shout out to some city people, the administration, Lori Treader, Chief of Police Justin White, Fire Chief Moorman, the Public Works Department, Water and Sewer, Electric, the local businesses throughout the downtown area. It was an incredible success again this year. The weather was perfect. The crowds were great. There were absolutely some challenges as we went along, but each challenge was met with cooperation between the city and our organization. And I'm just here to say how proud I am, A, to be a citizen of Bowling Green, and then also to be part of the Black Swamp Arts Festival. We worked together for the common good of our community. I think it was a success. I know that we've already addressed some of the challenges we had in 2025 to look forward to 2026. We have a meeting already set with Lori and her group to discuss some of those issues and continue to improve on what we do here in Bowling Green. And it doesn't happen without the cooperation of the city administration and the citizens. And for that, I am very grateful. So that's all that I wanted to say today, and I appreciate the effort of all the people that are here. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's everyone for this evening.
Okay. That brings us to the introduction of new legislation.
Mr. President,
Robinette.
from the Finance Committee, I have 2 resolutions. First, a resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor. And a resolution adopting a cybersecurity program that safeguards the city's data, information technology, and information technology resources to ensure availability, confidentiality, and integrity.
Mr. President,
Mr. Harold.
from the Transportation and Safety Committee of Council, I have a resolution authorizing the filing of an application or applications with the Ohio Department of Transportation for federal and state grants and executing a contract with the Ohio Department of Transportation, ODOT, upon project approval.
Okay. That brings us to our official reports this evening. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, Council. Just wanted to respond to Mr. Culverley's comments. Doug, thank you very much for sharing those comments. I also appreciate the cooperation of those 2 organizations and the contributions that each of them make to the Black Swamp Festival. I think all of us would agree that that is one of the most significant positive activities that's presented in the city each year. My wife wife and I had the opportunity to visit the festival Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon, and my perception, it looked like record crowds, Doug. I don't recall seeing that many people down there, but one reason why I value your comments, Doug, number one is you point out the collaboration between the two organizations and point out the fact that it does take the contributions from everyone to make that happen, but also just wanting to, reemphasize the fact that, or just, point out the fact that the Black Swamp Group and the volunteers, many of which live here in the city, contribute so greatly to that community. So if you would, Doug, please share my heartfelt appreciation for all members of your organization and their contributions as well. I really do value that and value the benefit of having that event here in our city. So thank you very much. That concludes my comments based on any questions, or I'm about to respond to any questions that you have.
Does anyone have any questions or comments for the mayor? Okay. Then that brings us to Municipal Administrator, Ms. Treader.
Good evening, Council. I'm actually going to share the microphone here with two of my colleagues during my report time. First, I'm going to have Martha make some comments about Resolution 3892 regarding the city's cybersecurity program.
I did that. In addition to the state's appropriations bill, the recently passed House Bill 96 contains new requirements for political subdivisions, cybersecurity policies and procedures, and requires approval by the legislative body. The program is to be consistent with generally accepted best practices and for cybersecurity, such as the National Institute of Standards and Technology Cybersecurity Framework and the Center for Internet Security Cybersecurity Best Practices, to protect information about how the city runs our programs and what kind of safeguards we have in place. There are specific carve-outs in the Ohio Public Records about not sharing that information. So if any of you have any questions, I would be glad to marginally answer them for you.
Any questions for Martha? All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, Martha. And the rest of the report, we have Kristen Otley, our Parks and Recreation Director, here with summer wrapping up. She has a summary of summer and some updates from Parks and Rec. Kristen.
Thank you. So I will always lead with this, but just to review our mission, because I feel like that's super important that you know that. But the mission of the Parks and Recreation Department is to enhance quality of life through parks, programs, and facilities. As Lori mentioned, I do have kind of a brief snapshot from summer and then some other updates. My goal is always to make it a little fun because it's Parks and Recreation, so we need to have some fun with that. So snapshot from summer. We had another successful year of Lunch in the Park and Concert in the Park events. For concerts, we secured grants that provided for new benches out in front of Needle Hall. The benches that were there before were there when I arrived here in 1997, and they weren't new at the time. I don't know how old they were, but so they've been there a while. So that was a nice upgrade for people. And we installed permanent outdoor speakers on Needle Hall through a generous donation from someone who knew we had applied for a grant and didn't get it. So for that, that makes setup and tear down a lot easier for our programs. We had 131 kids participate in our rec camps. That's 94% capacity. 64 kids participated in our Safety Town programs at 91% capacity. 120 kids participated in our nature camps at 100% capacity. 64 kids participated in the Horizon Youth Theater summer camp programs. This is year 2 of that, and they expanded those as well to have one for younger kids where they met for the whole month and put on a musical at the end, and had a young person who just finished their freshman year in college serve as the music director for that. So we're building resumes here. But that was very cute. I did actually witness that. 268 total participants in our sports camps and youth leagues, which included volleyball camp, basketball camp, multi-sport camp, t-ball, and coach pitch and soccer leagues and free drop-in wiffle ball programs. There are 8 teams participating in our adult sand volleyball leagues currently. Our courts have seen improvement this year. We were able to purchase new netting systems and had some new sand brought in. This summer, the community center celebrated its 20th anniversary. Yes, Lori and I feel old, on August 6th, and we celebrated with cookies, special photo ops, discounts on annual family passes, as well as free admission to the facility that weekend. The pool, which just completed, I have finally stopped referring to it as the new pool since it just completed year 13, saw some very good attendance this year due to ideal pool weather. And of course, some of you are used to this and I'm sure have been waiting for it, but the exciting stat that I have from this year's pool concession stand is 775 pizzas were sold, about 60% were pepperoni and 40% were cheese. So if we combined all 775 pizzas to make one giant pizza, we would have a pizza that is 25 feet in diameter, is 490 square feet in size, with roughly 465 pieces of pepperoni. According to Josh Chatfield. I did not fact check, but I think AI probably fact checked that. In other areas, the pickleball court project is well underway. They are being used. We are allowing use while we're still completing the project. And they are being used by all ages at all times of the day. And people are very excited about it. Stay tuned for a ribbon cutting in October. We're still confirming some of the folks to be there and ensuring that our shelter will be there and done. The Simpson meeting room remodel is almost done. It is looking great. The wood acoustic panels are about half up, and we were able to accommodate renters through almost all of that construction, which is a challenge, but that way the community could still use the building and we're able to accomplish what we needed to, and it'll be a great addition. In May, we had the dedication of the Children's Garden and the new sculpture in the Healing Garden at Simpson. And just recently, Simpson was featured on Channel 13's Hittin' the Town. If you've not seen that, I encourage you to check that out. Currently, we are into our fall programs. Fall youth soccer has begun with 261 participants, youth flag football league with 29 participants, and youth volleyball leagues with 53 participants. Our very popular Parents' Night Out programs are starting back soon, and Halloween of Fun is right around the corner. We partner with all kinds of community groups to help fulfill our mission and theirs. Just a few that are more recent on the calendar. Great examples are the library, Horizon Youth Theater, BGSU Thompson Scholars, BG Soccer Club, BGSU Men's Soccer, BGSU Men's Basketball, and BG City Schools. Our parks are used for community walks and picnics, and Carter Park plays host to the home cross-country meets for both the middle school and the high school. One of the other things I mentioned as part of our mission is facilities. Important life moments happen in our buildings all the time, from grad parties, wedding and baby showers, weddings, memorial services, and birthday parties. In fact, 2 weekends ago, there was a Sweet 16 Taylor Swift dance tribute concert party held at Needle Hall, specifically so that the birthday girl could use the stage. I may or may not be related to that individual. Not too many communities can say that. And Hunter, yes, we are current on our ASCAP and BMI, so we're good. Our BGPR Foundation continues to enhance and support all that we do, which really helps our budget. We literally could not do everything that we do without our foundation. Watch very soon for your opportunity to purchase the first ever Winter Garden 2026 calendar. We had a contest where folks could submit their photos, and we had a lot, and that added about 40 minutes to our last foundation meeting because a lot of them were very, very good. So I think it's going to look fantastic, and of course will be a fundraiser for us. And of course, we have 11 parks totaling 400 acres, open 365 days a year that our staff maintains and programs. These parks, programs, and facilities improve people's fitness, mental health, and in fact, change their lives for the better. That's all I have.
All right. Does anyone have any questions or comments for Ms. Otley? All right, thank you. Lori, are you,
I'm finished unless you have questions for
any
me.
questions for Ms. Treader this evening? All right, thank you very much. That brings us to City Attorney, Mr. Brown.
Good evening. I really wanted to say no report, but I will just briefly say, in just a bit, 9303 is going to come off the table, the legislation regarding the micromobility scooters. We had some discussion about that last meeting, and it was tabled. After it was tabled, I met with Bill and Rachel. We had a very productive discussion about it. I think the end of that discussion was that we're going to redo it. I think it can be better. I agree with them. They both had some very valuable input, and I thank both of them for that. So what I would prefer and urge you to do tonight is to, when it comes off the table, vote it down, and we'll introduce a new and better one at the next meeting.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Brown? Thank you very much. Public Infrastructure Director, Mr. O'Connell.
Good evening. From AMP, or the American Municipal Power, the City of Bowling Green has a board seat on the AMP Board of Trustees. We've had it since its founding, really, in 1971. So the election for our board seat took place last week, and Bowling Green did retain the seat within our service group. We're made up of 15 AMP members are in our service group. So we'll have that seat for another 3 years. I'll be in that role, continuing. Next week is the AMP Annual Conference down in Columbus. So it's a 3-day event, Monday through Wednesday. Myself and Jim O'Neill plan to attend that conference. And then finally, just an update on South Main Street. A concrete base in the curb lanes has been completed. They did pave the shared use path on the west side of the street. Right now, they're working on drive approaches are being replaced, and most of the work behind the curbs will be ongoing throughout the rest of this month. Around October 1st timeframe, they'll open the curb lanes up. They'll put asphalt down in those curb lanes, open the curb lanes up, and close the middle lanes, inside lanes, and then they'll be doing concrete base repair on the inside lanes. Once that's completed, they'll pave the street, put the road striping back, lane striping back, do manhole adjustments, and any final cleanup work. The current completion date is around mid-November. So hopefully we'll be getting that done before the end of this year and get back to more normal traffic operation on South Main Street. So that's what I have for you, unless you have questions.
Anyone have any questions for Mr. O'Connell this evening? All right, thank you very much. Council committee reports. Are there any council committee reports?
Mr. President,
Mr. Robinette.
just putting out a reminder that at 6:30 PM, prior to our second meeting in October, I'll have a quarterly finance committee meeting to discuss quarter 3.
Okay. And I would just like to give a reminder that on Thursday at 6 o'clock here in council chambers, we are having our strategic planning meeting for this year. If anyone has anything that is extensive and is going to require contemplation, feel free to send it to people ahead of time. Any other council committee reports? Okay. Then Jody, could you please lead us in the reading of legislation?
Legislation for first reading. Resolution 3891 for first reading. Resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor. Resolution 3892 for first reading. Resolution adopting a cybersecurity program that safeguards the city's data, information technology, and information technology resources to ensure availability, confidentiality, and integrity. Resolution 3893 for first reading. Resolution authorizing the filing of an applications with the Ohio Department of Transportation for federal and state grants and executing a contract with the Ohio Department of Transportation, ODOT, upon project approval. Legislation for second reading. Ordinance 9312 for second reading. Ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a gift and sale and purchase agreement with Robert and Patricia Mauer to acquire certain property on Newton Road. Ordinance 9313 for second reading. Ordinance authorizing the renewal of a temporary reduction and/or moratorium of certain residential building permit fees. Ordinance 9314 for second reading. Ordinance authorizing the municipal administrator to enter into contracts for the installation of a fluid-applied membrane roof at the Bowling Green Community Center. Legislation for third reading. Ordinance 9308 for third reading. Ordinance amending and adopting certain sections of Chapter 150 of the codified ordinances of the City of Ohio regarding zoning code.
Mr. President,
Ms. Phipps?
I move to table ordinance 9308 until our meeting on Monday, October 6th.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Jody?
Harold,
Yes.
Hollenbaugh,
Yes.
Musgrave,
Yes.
Odoricio,
Yes.
Phipps,
Yes.
Robinette,
Yes.
Dennis.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance 9308 is tabled until October 6th.
Ordinance 9309 for third reading. Ordinance accepting easement from Pheasant Farms Homeowners Association for property located at 0 Manitoba Drive, parcel number B08-5104-09017001.
Mr. President,
Ms. Phipps?
I move to adopt ordinance 9309.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Jody?
Hollenbaugh,
Yes.
Musgrave,
Yes.
Odoricio,
Yes.
Phipps,
Yes.
Robinette,
Yes.
Dennis,
Yes.
Harold.
Abstain.
Okay, ordinance 9309 is adopted.
Ordinance 9303 automatically comes off the table.
Mr. President,
Mr. Odoricio?
I move to accept ordinance 9303.
I second to adopt ordinance 9303.
Properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? I anticipate bad things for ordinance 9303.
I anticipate good things from its follow-up.
Okay. Jody?
Musgrave,
No.
Odoricio,
No.
Phipps,
No.
Robinette,
No.
Dennis,
No.
Harold,
No.
Hollenbaugh.
No. All right, ordinance 9303 is not adopted. All right, that looks like that's all of it. Is there any other business to come before council this evening? Hearing none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you very much.